Hello, good morning, uh, everyone. If you are joining us this morning, you're welcome. This is Saturday in Abuja, and yesterday and day before yesterday were busy days, depending on how you look at it, because of events taking place here in Nigeria. But particularly today, I want to touch on why we're doing what we're doing now. Why Nigerians must start to think fundamentally deep about who their leaders are, in this dispensation. I mean, as we go forward, as I promised, I will be touching on these topics as they happen, and also to use that opportunity to reach out to you all regarding our campaigns and take questions and take advice, suggestions as we go on. So I want to invite you to please share this broadcast widely. My focus today is going to be about all these cowardly politicians and what happened in Sokoto the other day. And it is not a religious conversation, as I've told many of you. I'm not a religious person, and this is part of the reason why I don't do religion. I do not do religion because it's become one of black man's greatest burden of deception, of control, manipulation, and hurt. So I just want to make that clear, and I've never denied it, so that people. But I'm very tolerant of people's beliefs and their religious convictions, to the point that I would go anywhere with anyone to defend their religious rights. But I would not tolerate the excesses of this religious orders on the continent of Africa, anywhere for that matter. So I'm going to start by allowing speakers to come in, please, as we normally do on this program every weekend. We allow you, we ask you to introduce yourself. You don't need to be harsh, because I know religion is a touchy issue. I'm not here to judge which religion is better. I'm just here to have a conversation about why you can't trust politicians when you need them to stand up for you. Because several hours after Deborah was murdered in Sokoto at the Shehu Shagari College of Education, no politicians out there spoke up, except, of course, ourselves. And, it took several of them out. Some of them have not even spoken. Atiku, who spoke too early, had to be forced to delete his tweets because, of course, he never believed in what he was tweeting. Please try and share this extensively. And if that's the case, please let's kick it off. I have Olakunle. Please, where are you reaching us from?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to be here. Good morning, sir. It's a pleasure to be on this platform, and a privilege for me to speak on this platform. I so much appreciate the privilege given to me. Based on the topic that is on board this morning, I think there is so much to this matter. There's so much to it.
Can you tell us where you're calling from? And
yes, I'm calling from Lekki.
Okay, in Lagos.
Yeah, in Lagos.
Yes. So go ahead, please. Let's make it quick, because I'm sure a lot of people would like to see it as well.
All right. Yes. There's much to this, which need urgent attention. Please, I would like to make it a point here, because human lives is very important. And in this era which we have right now, it seems people are now gambling with human life and votes. Like you said earlier, the former VP Atiku Abubakar tweeted regarding this very issue, and the tweet was deleted, and the post on the Facebook was deleted. And I said it, I posted it on my Facebook page. The president vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, did the same thing, but he was tricky in his comments. So people are now hiding under a shadow. They are not being vocal. They are not being straightforward in their comments regarding this killing, this unjust killing, this gruesome killing of Deborah, because we now place religion over law. Please, I would like people to come up and speak up their mind regarding this very issue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have a number of people on it. Please share this so that we can get more people to partake or participate. I have 3 other persons. I'm trying to bring them on. I wanted to see if we will, I'm bringing people on, but I don't see them on the speakers line now. Godwin, can you please go ahead?
Yes, good morning, everyone. It is really barbaric for us to be in this state that we are. I don't see a better Nigeria with these people, with these old people that are leading us. I don't see it. If you are a leader of a country and you use religious sentiment, you have out of religious sentiment you cannot speak the truth. I've often said it that religion has, I'm sorry to the religionist, religion has done more harm than good. It has get to a stage where, because of religious sentiment, people are shying away from their responsibility. People cannot say the truth. This is I don't know. If we that call ourselves youth in this country, and we are rallying around all these randy old men that life does not mean anything to, it is really pathetic. We are in a country where where the justice system is just dead. I can tell you point blank, nothing will be done to those people. They probably keep them in jail for six. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you. Go ahead, please.
They probably keep them in jail for 6 years or find a way to escape them out of the country. This is barbaric. This is not the Nigeria that we want. Or this is just not the Nigeria that we want. And we have leaders, until we begin to see beyond our religious sentiment. Until we begin religion. Hello?
Yeah, Godwin, it seems like your line is breaking. Let me take Umar, who has just joined us. Umar, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, please take it away. Where are you calling from? And where are you joining us from?
Can you hear me, please?
Where?
Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you loud and clear, yes.
Thank you very much. My name is Kumar. Right now, I'm calling you from Bauchi.
You're calling from Bauchi?
Yes.
All right. Can you get closer to your microphone because we can't hear you very well anymore?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, with respect to the conversation that is currently going on.
Okay. I can tell you categorically that we're no longer hearing you anymore. Maybe I should take Nuruddin. When you get a better place to a platform, or this thing will take you. Nuruddin, are you there?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your own voice is sound loud and clear. Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Namoto Shanuruddin from Lagos.
Very good. You're welcome. Go ahead. Take it away.
Hello?
Okay. Looks like yes. Please, can you please take it away? We're hearing you loud and clear. Drop your contribution. All right. Looks like his line is going on and off. I'll take Fidelis. Are you there?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Sowore.
Good morning, Fidelis. You're welcome to our talk this morning. We're discussing Deborah's mother in Sokoto and politicians who can't stand up for anything. That is pretty much what our conversation is about this morning.
It's nice that I hear you talk about it loudly like you're doing. We have known you to be one of those who is fearless about ills in this country. And we need people like you to speak up for the ills, or else there won't be Nigeria for us in future. Now, this that has happened has really shown us that what binds us together as a nation is equal to the things that divides us. Now, we should be able to tolerate ourselves when we have differences. One, the first thing is that we are Nigerians before we become either Christians or Muslims or any religion that somebody might choose to be. We have the right to express ourselves, and then we should also see that we tolerate each other when we trample upon each other's red lines. To me, this is whoever either sponsors or is happy or condones this, I just see that it's not patriotic as a Nigerian. I'm talking as a citizen of this country. It's condemnable. It should not be allowed to thrive.
What do you say about all the politicians, people who are contesting for president in the future? I'm not saying that because I'm myself, who have kept quiet, or the ones who are deleting their posts, or the ones who are speaking from both sides of the mouth, like the vice president, who waited 24 hours, waited for his Oga to speak first, and was pretty much just lashing on his Oga's position. And his Oga's position is the most dubious I've ever read, because he's saying they need to probe what happened and all that nonsense, because what? This young lady was killed on camera. You know, both how she was coming out of the gates and how they were stoning her. She was running until she fell down and burning. They were all captured on camera. Even the guys who did it were captured on camera. So what is there to probe again? You know, this is a premeditated murder. You know, but Buhari is telling you he wants to probe what happened. But let this happen in Biafra land, in Igbo, in the southeast. He will tell you that he will teach them in a language they understand. But because this happens, and Buhari himself, I've always known, and everybody is a fanatic, is an extremist himself. It is what they have been using to, you know, deceive people in every part of the country. He doesn't. I guarantee he doesn't believe in even his own statement, even though it was carefully worded to deceive people.
I'm not sure. It's condemnable that we have leaders who are not touched by the plight of the subjects they lead. I expected the first person to have frowned about this is the president. And then we saw that his statements are not so clear to us at this point in time. And then more to it, that the presidential hopeful, Atiku, who is now deleting his post, who had condemned it before, I just see that they have put politics beyond the national interests, of this nation. And I feel that we don't need such leaders. We need leaders. We don't want bigots. We want leaders who will be fair. That masses will see they have a representation. They can feel this a sense of belonging in this country. We have been downtrodden and oppressed for a long time. Religion has not helped us as a nation. We want leaders who will not come and promote their agendas for the propagation of their religion. Leaders who come and judge us fairly, regardless of who they are. And that's what we're praying for. The stuff like you, younger blood, who understands what we're going through as a nation, to really comfort on board, and then let there be who can come out of the woods. But with this set of people, there is no hope. There is no hope.
Thank you very much, Fidelis. Fidelis, where were you calling from? I don't think you told us.
Niger State. Niger State.
Niger. Thank you so much. I'm going to return you to this listeners gallery. I'll take Umar. It seems he's back. Umar, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, please. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's still kind of like crispy. But let's take it. Let's take your voice on this matter.
Can you hear me, please?
Umar is who
Hello?
we are taking next. Matt, can you please mute your microphone?
Hello, can you hear me now?
All right. Yeah, we can hear you
Hello?
now, Umar. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
First of all, I would like to commend the courage you've made to come publicly and make this room so that everyone.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, but my line got disconnected and the broadcast went offline. So if you're still with me, we're discussing the murder of a student of Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto. And my particular interest is the issue of politicians who are very, very deceptive since this matter broke. So we discovered that after this thing happened, please share this extensively. If this after this happened, some politicians condemned the killing, and one of them was former Vice President Atiku, who condemned the killings, and then later had to delete it, and then he denied that he never authorized it. But mind you, when he was condemning the killing, he wrote it in English on Twitter and I think Facebook. When he had to deny it, he wrote in Hausa. And what happened was that when he posted his condemnation, a lot of fanatics started threatening that they would not vote for him in the North. And as a result, he decided to delete it because he was trying to be politically correct. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo didn't even say anything for 24 hours or more until his boss, Buhari, issued a statement, which was, as usual, double speak. And I say it categorically, if this had taken place in the southeast or any part of Nigeria, Buhari would have bared his fang immediately by ordering soldiers to go and kill, not even arrest now. But now that it's happening from his own part of the religious divide, he became diplomatic and started to engage in doublespeak that did not speak to the fact that he was the president of a country that is bleeding at this time. But Buhari himself is an extremist. I can say that anywhere. And this probably is something he enjoys. And he's used religion to divide Nigeria. He's also a very divisive figure. The vice president is not different, as you have seen from exposés and exposés upon exposés from a journalist and a writer and lecturer, Farouk Perogi. If you are not a member of his church, you are not likely to get a job in the vice president's office. This is who these two polar opposites are, but they're partners in crime. So we're taking contributions and comments from people who want to discuss the political aspect of it. Sharia was introduced in Nigeria in the 2000s, and it was a very, very explosive issue in this country. But it suited the politicians. I remember when the governor of Sokoto, Zamfara, Sani Yerima, who later went to marry a 13-year-old Egyptian girl, by the way, was governor. He introduced Sharia, and they giftlessly sponsored it because they wanted to appease their people politically. Not, I would say that they're not trying to appease them, but it was politically expedient for them to do that. And one of the egregious things he did was to cut off the hand of a man who they claim stole a goat. His name is Jangebe. But even Sani himself eventually ended up stealing more money from Zamfara than any governor that has ever been governor over there. And nobody cut off his hands, nobody cut off his head. So as you see, these religious ethics sometimes are also political. So, but my focus, like I said, today is these are politicians who are out there lying through their teeth and deceiving people that they are concerned about you, whereas they have no balls. They don't have the guts to stand up to this kind of crimes as they were happening. So I'm going to start taking speakers. I see that Umar is back. I hope, Umar, you have fixed your speaker, because we're having problem with getting either your internet or your device. Something is wrong with something there. Well, let me take Prince Ken. Prince Ken, are you there?
Yes. Good morning, comrade.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Mr. Sowore. First
Yes,
of all, I
perfect.
want to appreciate what you are doing, being the voice of many Nigerians since Buhari and his killing administration. I commend you, your courage. You've been arrested 1,001 times. You stand your firm, stand your feet, keep saying what you are saying. It's only a courageous man that can do that, and that is what we need in Nigeria. Going forward, Deborah's case is not the first one. It has happened so many times in the north, but you still find our leaders in the north keeping mute to it. A few of them will come and speak up. A lot will just keep mute and let it fly, because it is their belief that once you are not a Muslim, anything you say or do, whether it's minor or high about Muslim, you are worthy to die. You see, that is why Mazin Nandekalo has been shouting, we don't belong in this country. I can't imagine a young girl, as Deborah is, was killed that manner. I couldn't watch the video twice. I couldn't watch it twice. In 21st century, that thing happened in Nigeria. And our leaders they are not even saying anything, they are not even taking any action. And the whole world is watching. Nigeria is really a jungle, my brother. Nigeria is a jungle. There are some certain things that is not supposed to happen. And it has happened so many times here in the country. And you see our leaders, they are doing nothing. You see, if I have my way, all these old men that are called themselves Nigerian leaders, if I have my way, I will assassinate all of them. Honestly. I think that is the only way Nigeria will get better.
Let's just be clear that we're not here to preach violence. We know we are here discussing against an assassination of an innocent person. So only a court of law can determine the assassination or otherwise of anybody. I personally don't believe in death penalty, no matter the crime, because I don't think that our justice system
I withdraw that
that. That
statement. I
is
said it out of
also,
anger anyway.
yeah, I understand. So where are you calling from, Prince Ken? Just so that we can get a little bit of your background for other followers and listeners. Okay. Umar, I think Prince Ken is out. Can I take you now? I'm assuming that your system is working fine now.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Thank
As I'm
you.
speaking before, we have seen so many condemnation from different people over the act of that killing.
Yes.
That is from the institution of humanity, which we believe is wrong. Wrong is wrong, no matter what it takes to be wrong. And no matter who is in support of that wrong, wrong is wrong. That is one aspect. And we have never seen any condemnation from Christian brethren over the act of that young lady. And some of the Christians, even in this room, they are still discussing, accusing the Muslim brothers. You know me personally, Mr. Omoyele Sowore. You know the role I play. That one is just our relationship, and you know where it takes.
I have personal relationship with you, and you brought me to Bauchi in 2018.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You believe the kind of hospitality we play toward you. So likewise, ask everyone that you know me. I extend the hands of friendship with Christian brethren because it's the teaching of the religion. Islam, it means nothing but peace. That is one. I've never seen any condemnation from any Christian brothers. They only take side over what happened. Now, when we take the statement of the Sultan of Sokoto only, it will recognize, it represents all Muslims. It has done the job for everyone. In which I am not in support of some part of his statement. To be frank with you. Hello, can you hear me, please?
We can hear you now. Please keep going. Keep at it.
So now, let me just ask this simple question. Being a human, you are just sitting and you just call off a way where you find someone is raping your mother. I'm not saying what those children did is right. Someone raped someone's mother instantly. Will you just be waiting and that raping is taking place? You go and start calling police for what action can you take? I'm asking general house.
I don't know how to do this. You might come. I get.
Sorry, Umar. I think someone is Godwin is.
Hello.
I removed him because it's interfering with your speech. Umar, can I ask a question, Umar?
Please ask me a question, please. Sure.
So, what's the position of religion on? I mean, the Islamic religion, and blasphemy. Does it allow anybody to take laws into their hands? Is that what it says?
No, Islam is pure and pure and pure.
All right.
Islam is pure and pure and pure. Islam does not allow anyone to take laws into their own hands. No, okay. Islam does not allow that.
I just want to clarify that because I know you personally, and I know that you are like a human being, great human being. I'll say that anywhere, because even people who come from outside of the world have not stood with me as long as you have been with me since we started our party in 2018. So, and you could have gone the other way, but it was based out of your own personal conviction that has kept us as friends together. So, how about you hang around a bit and let's take and let's have what he has to say. Motai, are you there?
Hello, sure, please. I have just a minute.
Hello, Motai.
Hello, can you hear me, please? Hello, sure.
I can hear you, but I wanted to take someone else so that maybe he might respond to some of your comments. Just hang on, Omar.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Omotai, are you there?
Please promise me you give me time to finish what I started, please.
All right, maybe Omotai is not even responding. So go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Hello? Okay. So we have never seen that condemnation from, and this thing happened concurrently. You have been always saying that people should not take laws into their hands. The court should judge the case should move to court so that we should wait for the judgment of the courts. So there are over 100 cases presently. We are with the records. Over 100 cases. And no way, no way, count me anyway, no way. You can never find a Muslim accusing Jesus, because whosoever accused Jesus or blaspheming Jesus by whatever name it carries, we are the first to attack him because we didn't tolerate that one. So why can't the Christian brothers take the same action as we did? First of all, to condemn the action. So no one condemned the action, meaning the life of, let me be frank with Muhammad, is far better than my life and my entire family, including my father and my mother, likewise my wife and my children. Prophet Muhammad is far better than any one of them. And I can even die because of following his footsteps. Sure, please. This thing, we are here to understand each other.
I'm not trying to cut you off. I wanted to ask. I wanted to just let you know that how do you condemn someone who is dead? She's been killed extrajudicially. How do you want
she's been killed?
Condemn?
Yeah, of course. That is what I say.
So she's not alive anymore. That's what I say. She's been deprived of life that all of us should enjoy. And Umar,
she has been killed. I'm telling you the experience.
Even in the Quran,
Sure.
Prophet Muhammad was very clear that even those who blaspheme against the prophet should not be mistreated, because Some of the people that later became his own supporters were people who initially blasphemed against him. So when he was alive, he was not killing anybody for blaspheming. Why are people killing others for blaspheming? When the prophet was around, he never did that himself, and he preached against He preached against violence against anybody who blasphemed them because of his own humility. Why are people taking laws into his hand when during his own time he never killed anybody for blaspheming the prophet?
That is why. Hello, show. Hello,
Yes,
show. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
I know. Currently now you are in case. You have court case. I know currently now you have court case, which I am aware of it because I have attended the sitting more than once or twice.
That's right.
Right. The judicial system of this country, Deborah is not the first person to insult the prophets. We have series of cases. We have records where no action has been taken from the judicial system of this country. And how do you expect people to be tolerating that, please? This is just a question. As I know the injustice that have been taken to you personally, I'm aware of it. You know that.
Yeah, I understand. But I also just informed you, and I'm asking again. When Prophet Muhammad was alive, he was tolerant, very tolerant of people who didn't accept him, who didn't, or who abused Prophet, because most of them later became his friends. So I am saying, why can't people understand that when his life exemplified tolerance, but now people are making it look as if he sent them on an errand that he himself never took on when he was alive?
Yes, that is why I respond to your question with question. I cited example for you that you have court case, which I believe some of the case, they are baseless fact. I am with you on that aspect. They are baseless facts. So based on the failure of that judicial system, that series of cases had happened in due time, and no action has been taken against those people that initiated that blaspheming against the prophet in previous time. That's the same thing that resulted to what is currently going on. So being the presidential aspirant, that is why now we are expecting, maybe if you are opportune to govern this country, the National Assembly of the country should establish a law. The tolerance of religion is mandatory. I should respect your religion. I can say it categorically. I went to your house and you even give me opportunity to pray in your house, which you have that tolerance, to be frank with you. And most of the people don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I said it at the beginning of the first broadcast that got interrupted. I will do everything in my power to protect anybody, regardless of their religious beliefs. Even if you are worshiping a pen,
I'm expecting this sitting. Hello,
I'll respect you.
Hello, show, please. Yeah. What I'm expecting this sitting, that they should challenge the authorities of National Assembly to initiate to bring out laws that will categorically state the role of religion and tolerance of religion.
All right, let's take another person. Like I said, hang on, stand by. Please share this broadcast.
I have already shared, and I even asked so many people to join the sitting because it is very important.
So just hang on. A lot of people are going to join. I've seen more speakers asking to join. I have a Deborah Jimo here. I'm going to invite him.
Okay, please, but I will come back. I will definitely come back.
Godwin, Anis, please join us. And Prince Ken again, he wants to come back. Olafe Adewale, Folarian, please all join. I'm going to take Adelokiki. Adelokiki, are you there?
Yes, Tayo is here. Tayo is back.
You have to wait because when we call you another available, let's just take Adelokiki and then we'll take you next. Adelokiki, please take it away. Where are you reaching us from?
From Akure, Ondo State.
All right, I was there some 2 weekends ago.
Yes, that's correct. First of all, I was talking about because I know one thing for sure. I went to Awar Islam Model College Agege in Lagos.
Yes.
And I know a few things about the some of the Muslim rules and all. So I got with my, I might be wrong though, but with my own understanding about blasphemy, I think those laws only works within a Muslim country, which in as much as I know, nobody won't have any right to put laws into their hands. When anybody blasphemes, I think they take whoever they blaspheme to, probably their leader or their president, I don't know, then for the judicial or whichever one of them to decide on whatever they're going to do. So now with what I saw, it kept me wondering and thinking, are we in a Muslim country? One. Then number two, Mr. Umar was saying something about judicial system, not this, not that. That is why people are doing it. Is he trying to tell us that we should all put laws into our hands? Because in this country, we all know a lot about judicial systems in the aspect of politics, aspect of police, blah, blah, and all. Are you saying whenever we go to the court and when the judicial system did not do whatever they're supposed to do, we should all just go out and, like, if somebody probably killed my family and I sue the person to court, eventually court did not find that person guilty, are you saying I should go and kill the person probably because I felt the judicial system is weak? So somehow I'm confused. I'm not here to say much, so I'd like any other person to, probably Umar, to talk about this and every other person to listen to.
Thank you very much. Let's take Omotayo next. Omotayo, how are you?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, sure.
And good afternoon to everyone in the house.
Hello?
Yeah, Umar, let Omotayo finish, please.
No, please, let me just speak before Omotayo, because someone has raised an issue. That let me
Can I just speak for a minute, then you have your way, please.
Take note of them, you talk, please.
Okay.
Omotayo, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir. Actually, I have a lot to say about this religious fanaticism of 18.
Where are you reaching us from, please?
Actually, I'm from Ondo State, our local government, even somewhere close to the house of the Mr. Governor, but that's not the issue. But I live in a United Arab Emirates.
Right now,
Dubai.
okay.
Yeah, I've been here for the past 7 years.
Okay, so you have the benefit of facts to show that you live in a Muslim country, like
yes,
governed by Islamic laws. So
Islamic rules, laws, and everything.
So so you're in a better place to even talk about this. How would they have handled this issue?
Actually, killing someone or taking a jungle justice by someone is never allowed or accepted in any society, no matter what.
Including where you are now.
Yeah, you can't just barge into someone, even if you raise hand to slap someone in Dubai, that is automatically you are going to jail. Because the system works, there is a law. There is no way, like, I have an example in Nigeria where Muslims will block the road whenever they are praying, like during the Ramadan or Eid or whatever they are doing, they block the road. Here, that is the most religious country. They never do that. They have a place for worship where they will all gather and pray and go back to their home. They don't inconvenience people because of religion. They don't abuse people because of their religion. You need to respect their religion. Also, they respect yours. Even churches, you are not allowed to build church, but there is a place where Christians can gather and pray as well. There is a place where Muslims can gather and pray. Even at work, if you are working, if it's time for you to go and pray, you have to leave your work and go and pray. No one will kill you because you say something about Allah, which is their God, which they respect the most. They never take it like that. There is a law, procedures, and rules that governs everything. So Nigeria, I think the problem there is the system is not working. We need someone like you that can really make the system work. Otherwise, if we start continue saying this, we say it from now till Jesus come, nothing will change.
Thank
Nothing,
you.
to be honest.
Thank you, Motayo. Please
That
hang
is
on.
it.
Mute your microphone. I'm going to take Musa. Musa just joined us. Musa, where are you reaching us from? Hello, Musa.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Musa. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, where are you reaching us from, please?
I'm reaching you from Maiduguri, Borno State.
Wow, interesting place. How's Maiduguri today?
Well, it's nice. It's a bit hot, but we thank God.
All right. Yes, please take it away. You know what we are discussing already.
Yeah, I know. It's something that has been trending on the media.
Social media. Yeah. Our particular interest is the reaction of politicians, but that's not to limit whatever contribution you want to make. So go ahead, please. Try and make it as quick as and as short as possible so that we can take other commentators.
Okay, the reaction of politicians to the incident.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, everyone knows, with all due respect, you are also a politician, but we know politicians will always make comments.
That's true to a large extent. So but I'm taking it from the point of, I do this on a weekly basis, weekends. I have a live audio talk about the future of Nigeria.
In summary, I just want to say politicians are basically make comments based on their own political interests. That is just the truth of the matter. They make comments based on their interests, what will further their political nest. That's what they do, not what is good for the people or good for the society. Unfortunately, that is the type of politicians we have in this country.
Yeah,
I stand to be corrected.
No problem. So, but the general conversation about this murder, what do you have to say?
It's what happened in Sokoto is unfortunate. It's very sad, very unfortunate. And I don't think in any sane society jungle justice is allowed. By the way, jungle justice is something that we know has been happening in the city of Lagos 30, 40 years ago, where people are burnt on the streets.
Because stealing pickpockets, yes.
Yes, because they steal some things, yes. But what happened in Sokoto is very unfortunate. It's condemnable, and I think it's a good thing that some of the culprits have been arrested. But what I want to say is that our major problem in this country is that we do not respect our own religious identity. That's just the matter. Leaders are not encouraging it. Parents are not encouraging it. I have a very typical example with my own person in which my own children come out to play with the children of one of my neighbors who's a Christian, and then the son of my neighbor told my own children that Daddy said we shouldn't play with these Muslim children, and we live in the same neighborhood. So why should parents be putting such ideas in the minds of their children, for God's sake, young children? So all of us are to blame. Unless we change our ways, unless we preach peace, unless we preach the essence of humanity to our children, young children who are coming up, these problems will continue to fester. I'm a serious advocate of humanism. That is my own philosophy.
Yeah.
And I try as much as possible to teach it to my children, to teach it to my students, because I'm a teacher, and that is what basically I do. So we need to look at this very well.
Well, thank you very much. If I ever have a space in my friendship list, I'm going to add you. Trust me. I just like the soundness of your voice and ideas. I'm not patronizing you, but we need more of these people who can have conversations that are not very limiting or limited to one identity or the other. My issue sometimes is that the Nigerian state has gotten too involved in religion, whereas religion should be a private endeavor for people. But that's a conversation in the future for our political agenda as well. I have said it, and I'll repeat it anywhere. If I'm president of Nigeria, I'm not going to fund anybody to go to Mecca or Jerusalem, because if you don't have money, you don't have to take these trips. That is, in fact, the Quran is very clear about it. That you should not undertake the trip if you can't afford it. It's part of where we encourage some of this extremism we are seeing. The other part is just our inability to educate our kids the right way. You know, I don't see any reason why somebody who is going to a Quranic school can also not become a pilot, because they go to Quranic school in Saudi Arabia, but they have some of the best scientists, they have some of the best pilots, they have some of the best doctors. They used to come here to come and treat the leader of Saudi Arabia at the University of Ibadan Teaching Hospital. Now, I don't think there's anybody in Saudi Arabia who would even come to Nigeria to do any talk less of coming to treat themselves. So there's a lot of intolerance in our system, and the part of the ways we can get over and get rid of it is to, elect into office people who don't get involved in this whole religious extremism on both sides. I've said it before. You came on. The vice president is an extremist on the Christian side. He doesn't appoint anybody who is not from the Redeemed Church into any senior position in his office. It has been revealed. There's a list to that effect. Buhari is an extremist on his side because it suits his political agenda. All these guys are what Northerners call munafikin banza anyway. They don't believe in what they preach. Anyway, but today is, I like your position that politicians will always put their mouth in things that suits their political agenda. Maybe that doesn't exclude me, but I am telling you that my own position is very pure. I've been like this, as straight as arrow and constant as Northern Star. Nothing has any political connotation to me. I don't believe that man should keep, inventing God. It should be the other way around. So thank you very much, and I'm going to take. Like I said, Musa Usman, if I'm going to follow you when I get off this. I'll follow you, or if I have a place to make you my friend, I'd like to have further conversations with you in the future. I thank your brevity and your clarity as well. Adebayo, I see you there. Can you please let's talk? Adebayo, are you there? I think you've been on this program before, if I remember correctly.
Yes, bro. Yes, I contributed on.
Go ahead, please.
Hi, can you hear me, sir?
Your voice is very, very low. We need it to be clearer. Can you put the device closer to your mouth? Whatever you can do to improve the quality of this thing will be appreciated. Please, if you're listening and if you're listening to this broadcast, kindly share, please. Yes. Adebayo, go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm an indigenous in Noro from Osun State.
Okay, where are you calling in from?
When you talk, when the Sharia and the Muslim, so I'm living under the 100% Sharia and Islamic ruling, and also Alhamdulillah, I'm a Muslim.
Yes.
The actions which took place in Sokoto is barbaric. There is nothing. Even they are terrorists. It's un-Islamic. I was so surprised regarding the contribution and discussion in which Mr. Umar put in place. This is emotional. It's not religion. This is not a religious discussion. This is an emotional discussion. There is a time that we have to separate between our emotion and what real Islam stands for. You understand? When every one of us said, yeah, this is what we learn and this is what we teach people, that Islam is the religion of peace. Islam is the religion of peace. And the people who brought Islam to us, our parents, or let's say our grandparents, they accepted Islam simply because of their attitude, because of their niceness, because of their way of life. If the blasphemy, if the capital punishment and jungle justice is a way of dealing with blasphemy, maybe our great grandfather won't be a Muslim, and the Islam which me and my children or our family are enjoying today, we won't be able to enjoy this type of Islam because they will have killed them. So it is ridiculous. There is no anyhow you can justify the killing of this young lady. This is not Islamic. And then even in the verse of the Quran also said the punishment for the blasphemers in the hereafter, not here in dunya, not in this life. In Islam, in the Quran, for the sake of the Christian, And I've listened to a lot of contributions from our Christian brothers in which they are saying that people are praying, are blocking road and everything. So this is not the issue of, this is not even part of discussion. The fanatics, the terrorists, they don't even understand what they are practicing. They are just simply because they are just a Muslim. You understand? Because if these people this mob who killed this young lady, they are Muslims, and even if they even pass through a very beginning of Islamic study, they will know that this is what they did is atrocity. This is not Islam. This is not Islamic learning, teaching. It has nothing to do with Islam. We as a Muslim, we derive our knowledge from two parts, from Al Quran and from the Sunnah, which is from Hadith. And from the Hadith, there is authentic Hadith, there is unauthentic Hadith. You understand? Not just that somebody just sits in the area, you just give a conversation or you just give fatwa. No, just give sermon. No. There is where the knowledge is coming from. We practice the Islam the way our forefathers practiced the Islam. There is no new Muslim, no normal Muslim, no fanatical Muslim, no radical Islam. No. Islam is Islam. If somebody wants to be radical, it's just a radical between him and his family. If somebody wants to be an extremist, if you want to be a terrorist, there is nothing like terrorist, Islamic terrorist. No. There is nothing like Islamic terrorist. There is nothing like Islamic extremism. No. Islam is Islam. Islam is peace. Muslims are the people who submit their will to the Allah, to the God. We are all sinners, according to Allah. We are all sinners, but the level of our sin and the punishment assigned or designed for each sin is varied. But for the people to come out and lynch somebody because they feel like he says somebody that, okay, we love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We love Rasulullah. We love it more than everything here in dunya. But in the Holy Quran, Allah said that even if they are abusing, if the blasphemer, they gather themselves, they started abusing through jabs, saying a lot of things that is comfort you. If you cannot be part of the conversation, you can't change them. Just leave the location. Why? Okay, if this guy posts a blasphemer in the group, in the WhatsApp group, why is it difficult for the Muslim in this group to exit and to leave the group and do justice for the Muslim and for the Islam? There's a lot of things that is going on from the north, which people are saying this is a Muslim and this. There's a lot of culture. Okay, let me give you one example. In Afghanistan, in the Pakistan, or let's say in the Southeast Asia, honor killing is a tradition. There are a lot of their dresses in which is a tradition. It's not Islam. Islam is not coming to abolish any culture. You understand? But it's coming to do justice to your culture. You can say, I'm a Yoruba Muslim now. You can't expect me to come from the Arab country and start to wear jalabia in Yoruba, like which I have my own native hairstyle, which is beautiful, which is lovely.
Well, thank you very much.
There is a culture.
Yes. I just want to urge you to take more people.
There is a difference between culture. What is happening now in the north is not Islam. It's not Islam. It's not the attitude of Muslims. It's not the way of Islam. It's not the way of Muslims. The Islam and the Muslim were started from the Arabian Peninsula. From there, it transferred, it spread to other. And then let me give you another example. In Muslim, there is something that we call Islamic expansionist and Islamic reformist. I will not go further in this conversation because some of our Christian brothers do not understand.
Please, let's take other people, please. Yes, thank you so much. Tolulope, are you there? Please, can you jump in?
Yes,
let's make it quick.
Yes,
hello, show.
Yeah, Umar, please, can you just hold on for us, please? Let's because we have quite a number of people lined up.
Hello, yes, I'm with you.
Hello. Okay, let me just let him finish. I'll come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tolulope.
So I'm Tolulope and I'm from Ado-Ekiti, a graduate of religion, and I just want to share some insight as to what we're talking about. The truth about Islam is that in Nigeria here we practice a different form of Islam, and it is not the problem of Islam itself, but the problem of our political class. I was called to this room by the title, which said "Deceptive Politicians." That's actually the problem of Nigeria, our political class. When we look at the Almajiri system, it is not in existence in any other part of the world, but we have it here in Nigeria as a form of system to suppress the masses. Most of the doctrines that has been taught to some Muslims in the north is made so as to suppress them and let them remain in that system. I don't know if we can understand what I am trying to say, but saying it is not Islam and saying they are not Muslims is doing us more disservice. Most of us in the south here, we are we're not as we don't have extremist Islam here because our political class didn't see it that way from the start. We were not educated that way. But most people in the north, like a lot, I wouldn't say most, because they are actually the minority, but because when they come together and they are in one voice, the majority who are good are actually silent and they can do whatever they want in their radical way. If, for instance, if you look at the unfortunate video of Deborah's mother, we would see that it was not done in Eden, it was done in the public. And because those people, those set of people, could come out in the open and perpetrate those kind of crimes. And the good actually, there's this saying that if the good fold up their arms towards evil, evil will prevail. I feel what most of our Muslim brothers should do, we should always take a stance of the good side. And when we see that something evil is about to be perpetrated or an evil preaching, it's not surprising that the founder of Boko Haram, Yusuf, was a preacher in the mosques there. Even the governor then attended his mosques, the central mosques in Borno State. Look at the imam of the Abuja National Mosque, the prof, who could come out in the open and say there is red line and this. This should make us understand that most of these leaders are actually giving extremist teachings and preachings to their followers. So what should we expect if the leaders are giving out those kind of preachings and people are not actually... See, in Christianity, for instance, we have some preachings where we know, okay, this preacher is actually going wrong, and people come out in the open and denounce such preachings. I want more of that from the Islamic community, because the Muslim Ummah cannot sit down, fold their arms, and watch people do things in their name every time, and it keeps happening. You cannot say, okay, they are just sit in a corner and say they are not Muslims, they are not doing the correct preachings, but you are not taking action. We need more action because the political class, the deceptive politicians, are not willing to let us grow. They don't want the masses to grow. They want to continue having control over the people. And they know that once they are seeds, it's like they plant these seeds of discord amongst our midst, different kind of policies, different kind of ideologies to keep us apart for years. And that is why these things will keep happening. Like I was saying yesterday in my discussion with a Muslim brother, I told him, this problem will still persist in the next 10 years if now a revolution does not take place. A revolution doesn't need to be violent. A revolution needs to be like, we have to come in one voice and denounce these things. There is no excuse for this. And the Muslim Ummah has to come together. They can stage maybe a walk or whatever. They should show solidarity and show that they are against these things. And leaders that are known. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I wanted to ask anybody in the gallery whether you are listening or was there a protest in Sokoto today has been planned? Aminu, was there anything in Sokoto today? Aminu, I see you at the bottom of the speaker's gallery. I wanted to hear you out quickly. Aminu, are you there? Aminu, are you there? Aminu, are you there? Doesn't seem like Aminu is sharing us.
Okay.
Hello, show. I'm back. Please, let me just drop this.
Can you just wrap up and so that we can take other people?
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, show.
Yes.
I think I have listened to almost 4 speakers, which I have already listened attentively where all of them they are heading to. Let me start from the last one. Just recently, the last speaker made mention the statement about the attitude of northern Muslim toward what is happening. In respect to the recent killing of Deborah.
Yes.
Let me make myself very clear. If you listen, the first person to condemn this attitude, to condemn this action, is the Sultan of Sokoto, who is brave enough to come out and condemn that action. Have you know how many challenge, how many accusations, how many things he have received from Muslims? But all of these Christians have never seen this as he have done anything. That's good for him, which I think for him, he being a leader, he have done what is right, because right is right. I want you to understand this very clear. As most of them, they have been saying, we have never condemned. Even before I start my conversation, I have made myself clear that action is wrong. Whether we like it or not, wrong is wrong. No matter who is support of that wrong or who is in against it, wrong is wrong. Move to the next speaker, Adebayo. In his statement, I am very even surprised that he even divided Muslim into two categories, Southern or Northern or Western or whatever he classify Muslim, which I think there is need for him to sit down and maybe have a kind of proper understanding about what Islam it is. Islam is just as a system. We are pronouncing it as a system. We don't compromise by whatever name it carries so that to please anyone. No, Islam is a system. Being Southern Muslim or Northern Muslim or Western Muslim or Eastern Muslim or a European Muslim or whatever Muslim, we see Islam as a system. So I'm expecting him, whenever you want to make himself clear, he should say that, no, Islam is a system. Because we believe Islam is pure. The teachings are there. Yeah, thank God. You make mention of two things, that Muslims drive their religion through two different sources. One, the Quran, and the second one, the Hadith. Yeah, of course, the authentic Hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is it. So when we join this thing together, I have never seen Southern Muslim or Eastern Muslim or whatever Muslim. We have seen a viral video just recently, the attitude of people, Eastern Security Network or IPOPs, that they are killing people just because of what? Tribalistic attitude. We have seen that viral video just recently. They have killed these people. And we have never seen media have shouted at it as we have seen it today. I am not saying what these people are, what people did to Deborah is right. No. So move to the issue of next speaker. He also made mention about the issue that whenever things happen, being him live in, he say he live in maybe abroad or somewhere. I heard him that way. He says that he have never seen how things are going on as it's been going on here in Nigeria. And he also, in his statement, he also says that the Muslims here who are being neglecting their actions. This statement, I don't know how to define it. What action have we neglected? We are whosoever he sees that whenever he comes to public wants to, a kind of do, let me say, just to, oh my God. In that case, what I'm expecting him, someone who have been stayed outside, he should understand the lifestyle of the people, the Christian living there. And he says that they are blocking roads. I have seen thousands of Muslims that come out for Friday. Where do you expect them to pray? In a building that contains only 100 people, where over 1,000 people are out for prayers. So this sounds illogical. This sounds so illogical whenever I heard people mention that statement. And lastly, let me make myself clear, because I have so many issues to attend. I just listened to the importance of this conversation. That's why I joined and listened, and I appreciate you for that, Mr. Shaw. Lastly, first of all, I want you to understand this. Islam means nothing but peace. Islam tolerates all the religion. That is why you have never seen any way where Muslims accuses Jesus or blaspheming Jesus. If there is any place, please among the listeners, I want someone to bring it out, because we are the first to attack him by whatever name it carries. That is one. Secondly, in respect to the issue of Deborah, we need justification. We need objectivity in the statement. We need objectivity. Because whenever there is an objectivity in statement, we will listen to that and find out, okay, no, this is that, this is that. Lastly, I'm still emphasizing, we should all join hands together and call on the judicial system of this country to establish a law that clearly give expression about blaspheming in respect to the issue of religion. What are the capital punishment for doing that? Maybe that law will inject fear to people so that they should not. And also, at this point, before I just drop my mic, I would also like to say this. Hello, can you hear me, please? Hello? Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. So, before I go, I would also like to make this clearly. The Christian brothers, especially my Nigerian Christian, my Northern Christian brothers, my Southern Christian brothers, my Eastern and my Western Christian brothers, they should understand there is a boundary, that this thing is wrong. You should not cross that line. Because if you listen to the conversation of Deborah, even in the room, some of her colleagues, as Deborah made mention of that statement, in her says, even though to repeat a mistake is a mistake in Islam. So whenever you listen to that statement she made mention, one among her colleagues clearly, draw her attention. Oh, Deborah, Deborah, look at how she expressed. She know the boundary, which Deborah have done that intentionally. So these are the points I want you people to understand. There is boundary, and we respect you as our brothers, but we don't want anyone to cross that line. And we are expecting the judicial system to establish a laws that will prevent people from.
Hello, Mr. So, please. This is Adebayo. Can I come in, sir?
So
yes, Adebayo, I'm going to ask you and Umar.
Please, just give me the privilege, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it quick so that I can take other people, please.
All right, please. Let me respond to Umar's statement as a Muslim. First of all, he's accusing me of saying the Muslim brother. I made myself clear that there is no Islamic terrorist. Islam is Islam. Anybody want to be a terrorist is a terrorist. Anybody want to be a fanatic is a fanatic. There is no any sugarcoat for that. And then Nigeria is not an Islamic country. Nigeria is a secular state. And for the Umar also to come on the platform and to be setting a boundary for a Nigerian, either as a Christian or a Muslim, is out of his power, and it's out of any Muslim powers. Nobody can set a standard for anybody. And then under the Sharia of Islam, and the Sharia of the law of Muslim is not govern a Christian. No any Christian should be answerable to any Sharia of Islam. So that is why the killing of this Deborah is more heinous and barbaric. It's an atrocious, because under the Sharia of Islam, a Christian cannot be judged by a Sharia court because he doesn't believe in the faith. So how could somebody is supposed to, if she have the opportunity to be arrested, he should be transferred to a confessional court, not to an Islamic court, because he doesn't have faith in Islam, in your belief. And to be setting a boundary as a Muslim, no any Muslim can set a boundary, because Nigeria is belonging to every Nigerian. Either you are a Muslim or you are a Christian. So just to correct the impression of as a Muslim, we are not practicing Muslim because of anybody. We are not practicing Muslim to please everybody, and we are not practicing Islam to please everybody. But Islam is as a system. It's not just for my intellectual capacity, my intelligence. It's not based on intelligence. It's not based on the intellectual. It's based on the knowledge, teachings, learning, a rigorous teaching and rigorous learning. And the people who can give a fatwa is somebody who has undergone a certain level of knowledge, not just ordinary Muslim on the street that can just come out and say, this is a boundary, this is a blasphemy. What is a blasphemy? Who can just come out and say this is a blasphemy or this is not blasphemy? This is my standard, sir. This is my stance, sir.
Thank you so much.
So can I talk as well?
I was going to take Aminu next, but I don't know if he's with us now.
Aminu, he's not with us. I can talk.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Aminu.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I've been following attentively. And I was
Please make
led
it
away
make
when
it
you
as
asked me
short
to
as
come in.
possible.
All right. So thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. With regard to what happened in Sokoto, and then with what just my brother here at the bio is saying, and what Umar mentioned earlier. So I think it's not
World Wide Web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee. When it comes to computer science, it doesn't get much bigger than inventing the web. Not many developments have had such an impact on the way we live, and arguably the way we think and behave. His former boss's initial description of his idea as vague but exciting might seem modest now, but that's an indication of the unforeseeable change it created. Tim Berners-Lee has devoted his time to advocating web freedom and access through his World Wide Web Foundation. Now he wants to challenge the power of big organisations online and reassert the web's original principles. But is it too late? Here's a taste of what's coming up. How happy are you with the digital world?
It looks like we
recent
lost
events,
him.
including the pandemic,
Looks
has
like we lost him. That good? Are you
people's
there?
understanding out
Yeah,
there
I'm here. Good
that
morning.
this is not just it's
Take it away.
is the internet is
Tell
a
us where
right,
you're
but
calling
it's
from,
not
though.
something you can
I'm
take for
from
granted. We have to fight for
Akure.
it.
When I've seen
So
it, when I've been actually, face to face with you, with your
say
creation, and there's only one that really
because,
comes to mind,
Go ahead.
which
Go
is your
ahead. Go
cameo
ahead.
in the London
we believe
2012
Nigeria
Olympic
is a
Games
country
opening
that
ceremony.
actually has
You
just two
were
religions,
on
but then
stage in an
we need to
amazing looking
understand
sort of
that
lit
there are
up house,
people as well
and
who
you look like you're
don't actually
typing, and then a
believe in religion
message
at all.
appeared across
You
the
know, we have
audience,
people who actually
beamed across the
embrace
audience,
their
which said,
conscience.
"This is
I
for
can actually,
everyone."
I can say
How
people
did
like
that
Wole
feel
Soyinka, even
doing
you
that,
yourself,
and being on that
Mr. Ashok,
showcase?
It was
they actually
being
believe in their
amazing.
conscience. So now telling me that a country should come up with laws that would actually be for people who blaspheme against whatever religion it is
So
very,
Tim,
very, very
welcome to
wrong
the
for
programme.
a
It's lovely
country
to have you
that's,
here, and we're
that
going to
needs
come
to
to
embrace
your latest
advancement.
project very
Every country
soon. But
out
I
there is
wanted
embracing
to
advancement. That's
ask
why they
first
are
of
moving
all,
forward.
is it a
But yet,
burden
the fact that we
being
are
Tim
still
Berners-Lee,
holding
the
on
man
to
who
religion,
invented the World Wide Web?
keeps setting us back. You know,
I
it's
wouldn't say
more
it's a
like
burden. It doesn't
having
seem, from
a
my point of view,
company
to be a
or
burden.
having an establishment where the
In that
leaders
I'm not that famous for
oddites,
people
in the sense
recognizing
that
me in the
leaders who do not want
supermarket.
to like move beyond where they've been
On
for the
the other
past
hand, inventing the World Wide Web
like
means you
years.
do get
So
invited
when you are saying
to
the
all kinds of
killing
great
of
dinners, meet all kinds of
an
people.
innocent
So
person
my life gets more interesting
for saying
just for
something
that.
that
So
he
I'm
feels,
not
you
a
know,
burden.
And I
it's
wonder
totally
for
wrong.
you, is
To
there a
me, I would
pressure
keep
with
saying
it sometimes?
it
Because
is
when, I don't know,
the
if I
issue
was
is
sat
from
next to you at a
the
dinner
airline, it's from
and I asked you
the
what you
big
do,
men
and you
there.
say, of
It's
course, what
from
you're
them.
working on
If
now,
they
but
can actually, you
I
know,
happen
go
to invent this thing called the World
their
Wide Web.
to their
Do
back
you
to
feel a
their
pressure then to talk
page,
about
their
things you've done
villages, and
since,
lecture
or how
these
that
young people
compares?
from
I've
why they
learned
are growing
from
up
bitter experience
that
that it's a
we
good
need
idea
to
to say
embrace
early on.
advancement.
By the
The
way,
more
I
we
invented
grow,
the
the
web
more we
30 years
embrace
ago.
advancement. So that we
So
can keep
That's
get it on
progress,
the
allowing
table
religion to hold
rather
us
than
back.
spring it after
Countries that
5
have
hours of
actually
conversation.
left religion
So
behind them
that,
are moving
but
forward.
I think
We keep
there's
preaching morality,
certainly, when we
and
started
we
the
are
Web Foundation, there
one
was
of
a
the
feeling
countries
that
who has enough resources
you
to
can't
become
just
great nation,
invent something
and
when
we are still,
it gets to the
you know, we are still
the
behind.
point that 20% of the world is using it.
Yeah. So
Then there is
let
a
me take that
responsibility.
good place. Let me
And
take
so it
another
wasn't just me,
person as
but
well
all the
with the
people involved in
program.
making the web
Thank
more
you so much.
powerful
I'm gonna move
realized
to
that every step
Listener.
they made the
Edit,
web
are
more
you there?
powerful, the gap in power between those who had it
I
and
am.
those who hadn't
All
would
right.
increase. So the
Yeah.
digital
Where
divide
you
would increase
reaching us
every
from?
time we
Let's make
made the
it
web better.
very
And
quick.
so
Yeah.
that meant
I'm
we
a
had
test colleague.
the Web
I'm reaching
Foundation was
out from
founded basically
Ibadan, precisely
partly
University of Ibadan.
on simply
Okay.
if 80% of the web at the time
And
of the world wasn't
what I would
on the
want to
web,
say
then
is
we
this:
should
I
the other
feel like
20% had a
this issue
duty
is a very
Yeah.
simple
to
one,
get them
and
on
more
work, to
precisely, the
get
fact
them
that
on, and
it
now it's more
goes
than half the world
against
is on the web. So to a certain extent, we've got
everything,
lots of
you know,
momentum in that direction. But
the whole
yes, I think
principle of freedom of
there's a
speech,
responsibility both for getting the
freedom
other
of
people
social
on, but
affiliation,
also
freedom of
then, particularly in more
expression. I
recent
mean,
years,
on what grounds do you
realizing
begin
that it's
to
not
test
obvious that the web will
blasphemy? When you
actually
say
be
blasphemy,
100% a good
when you
thing.
say someone is blaspheming
And
against your
actually, what
religion,
you're all
on
sides
what
are
grounds do you
constantly be
establish that? Personally,
looking for what
speaking,
could
I
go
don't
wrong
affiliate to any
and what
religion.
has gone
I'm
wrong
just
and
a
what could be
believer in
fixed.
God. I believe that
How happy are you with
we
the
need to have
digital
more
world?
faith to believe
Stepping
there's
back
no
very
God than
much
actually
in
believing there's a
general,
God. So I do believe
I
there's
think
a
you
God, but
can't
then
complain
I'm not a
because,
Christian, I'm not a
and I
Muslim.
think the pandemic,
So
I think
mean,
has
on the
showed a lot of people who didn't really think
if
about
you
it
can
beforehand that
try to
actually,
justify your religion,
if
and
they
if you
have the
can try to
internet, they can work
justify
from
your
home. If they
faith,
don't have the internet, then they
I
can't
have
work
as
from home.
much right
And then
to also
maybe
express
people also think a
myself.
little
I
bit
mean,
more about the fact
it's just
that
humanity.
there
Basically, we love
hasn't
to be right
been
in
very
our
much
own stand.
censorship in the country where
Anyway,
they
so
live,
that's
but
I
they
feel
look
like
and they
we
see
should
that people in
just
other countries
try even
have the
trying
internet
to
blocked completely
validate
during
what
elections,
they
for
did
example,
to
and so on.
Deborah
So I think
is
that
just in any
recent
way it's
events,
just
including the
disgraceful,
pandemic,
you know,
has
because you know
heightened
human being has
people's
to go through
understanding
that
out there
because you believe in
that this
something.
is
And
not
if you do
just it's
serve a God, I believe
it
that
the
your God
internet
should
is
be
a right,
strong
but it's
enough
not something you can take for granted.
or
You have to fight for.
alive enough to actually
Yes, and the fight for
for
the rights of
itself,
information, but
not
also
you
the
taking
correct
actions and
information, free
sending another
information,
person's
not
life,
fake
stoning and then
news, and
burning the
not have
person to
that
like
layer.
that is out of it. Anyways, so in a bit, I don't know, I sent you a message. I wrote a particular song in a bit to enlighten people about the ills of what everything that is happening. I'm a songwriter, so I wrote a song about our politicians, and
Were you
also
the
the
one? Were
title.
you the one carrying the guitar in the song?
Yes. I don't know if you've seen it, huh?
I've not checked it out, to be honest. I've been busy for the last 24 hours, but I'll check it out. You can send me a DM again with the song, and we'll take it from there. Ismail, let's just have Ismail speak at it, please. Thank you so much for your
Okay, I'd
contribution.
like to come in, Mr. President.
Ismail, can you speak, please? Ismail.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Ismail is not responding. Frank.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Is this Frank?
No, Ismail.
Oh, Ismail. Okay, go ahead. I didn't hear you before.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The issue is our politicians. They don't even know where to stand. I don't know if you're getting it. They are hypocrites. There's this particular politician that tweets something, later remove it on this thing. It shows their hypocrisy. I don't know if you're getting it. What happened in Sokoto stand condemnable. It has no basis in Islam. We should get it first. There's no, Adi didn't make reference to this thing, that because Muhammad, you blaspheme against Muhammad, he should be killed. There's no basis. I just want to correct people's impression that maybe Islam is a religion of violence or this thing. We practice it too. I don't know if you're getting it. You understand? So people should just, on the issue of people standing by the road and pray, it happens in, what's it called? RCCG, this thing also. I think government needs to do something about this thing. I don't know if you're getting it. So thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Sowore.
All right.
Can I come in, please?
Please, can I come in?
Yes, I want the female voice to go ahead, please. Please,
Okay.
can you please let the female speak?
Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
Yes. If you all look at the how Islam came into existence, if you are a student of history, you see that Islam is spread by war. Yes, by Usman Dan Fodio throughout other regions. So if you are saying Islam is not a violence religion, I don't really understand, because if you go back to history, you will see that it is spread by war. And one thing is that I always notice something about the Northerners. They are very fanatic about their religion. Most times,
before you go further, can I also clarify to you that Christianity was spread by war? Have you heard about the Crusade before?
Yes, I have, but
okay.
It's not as brutal.
I just wanted to correct that, but go ahead.
Okay, it's not as brutal as the one Usman Dan Fodio did.
Not true. But, not true. It was the same level of brutality, even more. I mean, the Romans were killing themselves and conquering places like crazy. Have you heard about the Ottoman
I read about I read about something during the time of their the person that came there, what do they call it? That when they built their mosque, somebody came in and urinate, and his followers wanted to kill the person, and they stopped them. Why can't they emulate that kind of character from their leader? these things have been happening in the northern area for for long, and the elite have nothing to do about it. If you look at the post written by Atiku, and he deleted it because of his followers, they are saying, you have lost our vote, we will not vote for you. Sometimes we see the truth and hide under the truth, all because of people, all because of what we want to eat. And if Africa continues, especially Nigeria, if we continue to go like this, Nigeria will never grow, hiding under religion. Another thing is, it's better we separate, because these people are fanatics, are Islam. If you look at our president, Muhammad Buhari, he gave Afghanistan, who are Sharia extremists, over $1 million. Meanwhile, we in Nigeria are suffering. There is nothing they can do for us. Instead, they loot and take it over there and enrich those people. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
Sure, can I quickly come in?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I come in, Mr. Sowore?
Hello, can I come in?
Okay.
Frank,
can I
yes,
come in,
go ahead,
please?
Frank,
yeah.
go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sowore. It's a privilege. This is the first time I'm speaking with you. I've been following you since 2018. My name is Frank Idiawu. And I don't believe.
Where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from?
I live in Italy, but I'm from Edo State.
Okay.
I don't believe in religion, Mr. Sowore, and everyone here. I just want us to think how we can take our country back. That's my fear, because what are we keeping for our generation unborn? What is the legacy? All these our leaders, they have already concluded on what they are doing. So please, everyone, I just want us to support Omoyele Sowore 2023 to take over our country, because we are crying, we are suffering, we are suffering here in Italy, all over diaspora. We are not living. When you come to the diaspora, you see a lot of our youth begging money, we don't even have dignity because of what is happening. Our leaders have changed us, they have made us a slave all over the world. So 2023, we should all please Prince Omoyele Sowore to our family, to our good ones, our friends and our well-wishers. If we can take over, if Sowore can become president, I strongly believe that Nigeria will come back gradually. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. I appreciate your contribution. Let's take a contribution from Fola, who's been here for a while. Fola, are you there?
Okay, Sowore. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon. Thank you for the. Yeah, I'm there.
How are you?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, please?
Come on, right on this side.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Go
please?
ahead, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, two things quickly. That Adebayo guy, I think I owe him a gift. I've been looking for, well-brained Muslim, without any iota of.
Can I come in, please?
Without any iota of all of this coloration. And so he spoke so well, and he spoke truth to power, Then the other guy, okay, so the question I have, but he's not, I don't think he's in the house again. The question I have is the content of what the lady said. We need somebody to actually interpret what she said in Hausa. Is there an element of blasphemy there? Because from a couple of people I've spoken to who are well versed in Hausa language, they are saying that there wasn't anything blaspheming there. That she only said this group was set up for exams, for people who miss class, or people, kind of tutorial kind of thing. Why, spam it with religious videos and audios? If that's what she said, then that does not interpret or go down as blasphemy. So I'll need, if we have somebody from Hausa who is well versed, who is thoroughly bridged, to please explain again, is there, a blasphemy content there? That will be all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Shaw. Hello, Mr. Shaw. Hello.
You can